What happens in a soul contract reading? It's a great question, and we are going to dive into it today. I'm Antonia, and I love to talk about soul contracts and emotional healing and diving into deeper levels of self awareness, which is exactly what a soul contract reading gives you. So you can find a smoother, more graceful, and fluid path through your life. And I kind of like to think of it as a little bit of a map, a bit of a guide, so you can understand yourself and everything that's happening around you in relationship to you that makes life a little bit more graceful. I guess this video is for anyone who feels really called and really drawn to having a reading or to understanding this work on a deeper level and just wants a little bit of clarification around what actually happens in a reading. The first thing is, what is the soul contract? So, when you incarnated, your soul chose a name, and that name is the sound, and your soul contract is based on the sound of your name, and it's linked to the Hebrew, which is one of the five ancient languages. And so all the letters are translated into Hebrew and mapped onto what we call the Star of David. And you can see you have different aspects in your soul contract. And it doesn't make any sense when you look at it like this, but it will do in a minute. What we have are four different areas. We have your karma, we have your talents, we have your goals, and we have your soul destiny, which is plonked in the middle. And you'll notice there are two triangles that make up this big star. And the first is the physical, pointing downwards to the earth plane, and the second is the spiritual, pointing upwards to the heavens. And these two interact together. And normally, what we find is most people work through the physical energies in their chart first before moving into the spiritual. But in my opinion, I feel like all the energies interact all at the same time, but you may feel certain energies in your chart more strongly at certain times in your life, like your childhood. The first area we have is your karma. Now, karma is nothing to be scared of, it's nothing negative, although it does have sometimes negative connotations. Karma is the seed of your potential, it is the deep gift hidden within you. And as you go through the challenges in your life, which is where they usually sit in your chart, in your karma, you become stronger and more resilient, more self aware, and that becomes your gift. And the more we're aware of our karma, the more we can navigate through it with greater ease. So, a good example of this is my karma is all about speaking up, asserting myself, and putting boundaries in place. So, they're very, very linked together. And the more we're aware of our karma, the more we can understand it. It's not there to punish us, it's not there to hurt us, it's merely there to help us become. And it's a really lovely thing when you embrace your karma and see it as a strength rather than as a weakness. And the second part of your chart, your talents. And your talents act as the fulcrum point between your goals and your karma, like the middle of a sandwich. And your talents are here to be fully activated and brought online, because for quite a lot of people, they're not fully online. They're kind of not quite switched on, not activated. And so we want to know what your talents are so you can start embracing them more deeply and start activating them and bringing them to life. Talents aren't always in the positive. There's going to be challenges. In fact, each number, if you think of it like a seesaw, and you have the positive aspects of the number and you have the negative aspects. And you're always here to understand where you are and to always move from the negative through to the positive. And so your talents are here to help you work through your karma and to help you reach your goals. And your goals are what your soul really wants to achieve in this lifetime. And they're supposed to be a little challenging. What we want doesn't always come easy to us, and our goals and our soul contract is literally no exception. And they can feel a little challenging, but it's really the culmination of where our soul is wanting to take us in this lifetime. And essentially, your whole chart and all the energies in there is about your own soul's evolution as part of the oversoul and part of the whole of creation coming back to love and shifting back from the density of the third dimension into the love and the all that is of the 12th dimension. And your soul contract is your path to get there. Should you choose to embrace it, we always have free will. We can always turn the other way and not engage with our soul contract and the potential that sits in there. And then finally, we have your soul destiny. And this is not your soul purpose. I really don't believe we have one soul purpose. That is such a big thing, such a big pressure on us to find. Oh my God, I've got to find my soul purpose. You have many different purposes in this lifetime. And your soul destiny is almost like the culmination of all the other energies in your chart feeding in to this focal point in the middle. And your soul destiny is an overarching theme that contains your life. So mine is the 12-3, and I'm here to recognize my worth. I am here to know my abilities. I'm here to lead. I'm here to teach. I'm here to find balance between the physical and the spiritual. I'm here to find balance and worthiness. It's a theme, and it wraps around so many different pillars of my life. And it's lovely to keep always remembering that in my day-to-day life. Oh yeah, that's that number in my soul contract, and that invites me to do this, and this is always going to feel challenging for me, so I need to do that. So the more you know your soul contract in depth, the more you can apply that knowledge to guide you through your life. Think of it as a map. And that is what a reading delivers you. And you're not always going to absorb all of it in one sitting, which is why we record it. So you can go back and revisit it and listen to it again and take a deeper level of meaning, a deeper level of transmission. So I'll put all my links below so you can do a little bit more digging and reading and researching. And until next time, I hope that helps, and I wish you a really beautiful rest of your day.